Coming into college as a first-generation student, I had no idea what I wanted to do. I barely knew what was out there for me. I took a gamble deciding to major in HOD, knowing only that it was the largest major at Vanderbilt. Early on, I felt lost in the major, thinking I did not fit in with most of my peers who knew for sure what they wanted to do, for example, consulting or go into business. One day, I decided to explore other courses for my elective and enrolled in Intro to Formal Linguistics, which is under Peabody's Psychology and Human Development Department. Not only was I in awe of the content, but my professor was Dr. Dwayne Watson, and this was the first time in my entire educational background that I had a Black instructor. Seeing someone who looked like me doing work in a niche field inspired me to also be a professor and researcher in psycholinguistics. Language is one of the most important elements to human development and the human experience. It is the medium of articulating our thoughts and the way by which we come together and make sense of the world. However, it is also something that we often take for granted. We do it so effortlessly that children learn it rather quickly. Researching how exactly these processes occur is super interesting to me and pushed me to continue learning more. Junior year, Dr. Watson invited me to join his Communication and Language Lab, which is now my current capstone site. Being in this lab has been a pivotal experience for me and my career development. I learned a lot about the field in my language sciences courses, but running experiments and working with the data brought all the concepts to life and assured my passion for the field. I am super grateful for the capstone semester because this HOD experience has given me the time to focus on personal development. Coming in this semester, I had 4 main goals, all catered toward becoming a better researcher. These goals were 1, get better with data, 2, explore my own specific interests, 3, develop my own experiment, and 4, embrace my passion and build my brand in academia. These days in the lab, I'm working a lot with data. For our eye tracking study testing individual differences in sentence processing, I'm in charge of checking every single trial for every single participant. Mind you, we have over 250 subjects so far, with 140 trial sentences each. I have to make sure every fixation was tracked properly and that none of them went rogue. Other days, I'm actually running experiments. I bring in participants and do both eye tracking studies as well as mind games on the computer. This has always been a rewarding process for me as I enjoy interacting with community members and sharing our knowledge with them. On days I do remote work, I'm able to explore my own interest in how social factors affect language perception. I'm finally done collecting all the data from my own experiment, which examines African American vernacular English. Although the initial findings are not what I expected, I learned a lot from this first phase. I know that research is messy and involves learning from failure. I now have a lot to consider as I'm currently working to submit my work to this year's Psychonomics conference. These days, I also spend some time brushing up more on my hard skills. Stats has always been an area I struggled with a lot. This current book I'm reading is less about math and coding, but rather explains more of the conceptual ideas. It helps me understand why we want to analyze data a certain way and gives me a better foundation before jumping straight into the data sets. I am super grateful for the Communication and Language Lab, as well as this amazing capstone experience. I'm so thankful my lab encourages me to explore interesting areas even if they are not as commonly studied. This has allowed me to freely form my own research niche, which is language variation and more generally, exploring speech in and through diverse populations. Having this freedom to explore my own passion and form my own research identity has helped me not only develop stronger research skills, but I've been better able to cultivate my brand. As for my career, this capstone experience has prepared me a lot during my PhD application process. It not only has made me stand out, but has helped me find programs I would genuinely enjoy working in. Next fall, I will continue doing research and begin my doctoral studies at the University of Pennsylvania. Although this is a unique trajectory compared to some of my other HOD peers, I believe I'm a good example of how applicable the major is to so many different fields and industries. Looking back, I have no regrets. Everything happens for a reason, and I will forever be grateful that I stumbled upon this incredible program.